Ready? Ladies and gentlemen, we are Rogue Alliance. You check our website, we are an illuminated weapons stage combat team. Let me tell you what that means. It is a very fancy way of saying we play with lightsabers. But just because we play with lightsabers doesn't mean we're not actually doing real stage combat. Now, most of us started with no background in this. We were just fans who loved Star Wars, like I totally see a couple of Star Wars shirts like you people.
A couple. Yeah, a couple here and there.
Who decided that we wanted to do more than just watch the movies. So some of us have been doing this for 10 years. Some of us have been doing this for about a year.
Say 7.
Not you.
Not with this group.
So what we wanted to do today was to share a little bit of our knowledge with you so that you can go home and start doing some of the stuff that we do. Now, first things first, there's always a don't try this at home warning for this type of show. But let's be clear, we're going to be showing you how to do things safely. That doesn't mean there's no risk, and that doesn't mean the little one should go home and try this. We recommend that you should be 16, 18 before you start doing this. But, like I said, there's always risk, even though we have this worked out that we shouldn't get hurt.
Shouldn't, being the operative word.
So let's start you out Just giving you a little bit of background. Stage combat actually started with the most famous playwright ever, William Shakespeare. Anyone who's read Romeo and Juliet, Macbeth, not so well, no, Hamlet, knows that Shakespeare was one of the first people to really incorporate violence into his shows. And so he hired a group of guys called the London Masters of Defense, who were professional combatants, to come into his shows and perform the fights. This tradition carried on up until the early days of film, where you get Douglas Fairbanks, Errol Flynn, and that directly started to inspire Star Wars. Now, a couple of differences between stage combat and film combat. The first is that in film, you get 100 takes. The other is that in film, you're being recorded by a little something like that.
Yeah.
Cameras have really lousy depth perception. And so whereas on stage, I'm way out here doing something to him, on a camera, it might look like I cracked his jaw. The other thing is that camera can be placed anywhere. And yeah, I'm looking at you, camera. And so you can do things on film that would never be safe to do on stage. Now, that said, who wants to see another fight? All right, I like these people. Mel, Remy, get up here. Where are you going?
I gotta stay up here?
It's audience participation time.
Oh, yeah.
So, let's see a show of hands. Not yet. I haven't asked the question. Okay, I see your hand. You count.
Yeah.
So, we have two fighters here. We're going to let who wins be up to you. Do you want Mel to win? Let's see hands. It's a pretty good showing. Do you want Remy to win? Who wants to see a tie?
No one.
Huh. You know what? You want Mel? Come on, let's hear it. Remy? I hate to say it, I think she wins. All right. Do your worst.
Live with glory, die with honor. So how did that look? You guys like violence?
Oh, now your mic is working.
It always works.
Oh.
All right. All right, so even though that looks a little complicated, when we're doing what we do in our workshops and in our shows, we normally keep our strikes what we call strike zones. So it's really simple. Even though it looks a little complicated, it boils down to about 6 different places on the body that you can hit.
Do you want to use a dummy?
It depends on how dumb he is. Yeah, man. Right. Clap for the dummy. All right, dummy. All right, so. All right. When you're attacking an opponent, there's 4 main zones and 2, I consider them minor zones because they're a little harder to swing at. So what you're going to do is we're going to target the shoulders and the hips. That's your 4 main zones. And then your 2 minor zones will be the head and the groin. It might not be a minor zone depending on who you're swinging at. But one thing to maintain in your mind when you're doing stage combat, it is stage combat, not actual combat. We are doing pretend violence.
If it's real violence, his wife is going to kill us.
Yeah. All right. So, while we're pretending to try to kill each other, you're not actually aiming.
Ah!
It's not even on.
Oh, sorry.
Now it's on. So, we're not aiming to actually hit the body. We're aiming just outside. I like to say about a fist or a tennis ball or a baseball size. That's the point you're swinging for. So, if I come in even for what looks like a full swing, I stop well outside his body. So, again, shoulders, hips, head, and groin. That's the 6 major strike zones. All 4 major, 2 minor. So,
Now, this changes up a little bit how you come into those zones based on your fighting form. Hey Mel, where are you? So, one of the unique things about our group is that our members have training in various backgrounds. 3 that we have with us right now, if the 3rd comes on stage, we have fencing, we have German longsword, and we have eskrima. So let's just do a quick demonstration of how your style affects the way you come into those strike zones. I'm stuck being the dummy for this, aren't I?
yeah. Come here.
Ah, crap.
All right, so former dummy.
I graduated.
All right. So you do fencing, right?
Yes.
All right, so when you're doing a fencing type of hit, it's more going to be about precise control, not about brute force. So if you adopt your fencer stance, very nice. So if you're, say, going to attack his left shoulder, now you see what he did. It's all about the tip control. That tip is the deadliest part of a fencing style, a rapier. So he's not going to come in for large, broad swings. I, on the other hand, study European longsword, specifically German longsword, where they use all the funny words. So for that same strike, first off, you'll notice it's a big 2-handed strike, so it looks like it's got a lot of power behind it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in, I'm going to lean way back, I'm going to cut with the percussive center of the blade, they like to call it. That's where, when it bends and wobbles, that's where all that power is going to be focused. So I'm going to come in and hit right here with a big 2-handed strike to cleave right through him to the other side. If only it actually could, right? So, now, and you study eskrima.
Yes.
All right, so eskrima, if you don't know, is stick fighting. Sticks are pretty much all these really are. Fencing and longsword, we still treat this like it has an edge to it. So if I come in for a cut, I'm not going to slap sideways. I'm going to actually turn into it so I can apply pressure along that imaginary edge. With stick fighting, she can actually use every single surface of that weapon. So if she's going to come in for that shoulder, and then the other shoulder, and then his head, and then there you go. So stick fighting is all about rapid strikes back and forth. You're going to completely disorient and bloody your opponent to a pulp before you kill him. And she's happy about this. So that's just a little basic way you can bring in real-world training into the stage. So when we're going to start doing actual fight construction,
which calls for audience participation number 2.
All right.
We need 2 volunteers. We need you to be 18 years or older. I'm sorry, little ones. 18 years or older, please. I need to see an actual hand. You cannot volunteer your friend or partner. That's your hand. All right, person waving up there, you are really into this. Come on down.
Come on down.
You are the next contestant on... Let's not mess this up.
The price is wrong, Bob.
Mike. Well, hold on. No. Audience participation number 3 is coming. Mike, come up here for a second. Oh, I'm gonna need this, aren't I? Okay. All right. So first, 2 willing victims. I'm sorry, volunteers. It's a V word. It counts. What's your name?
Crystal.
And yours?
Claudine.
Okay, Crystal and Claudine, have you ever done stage combat before? You have? Oh, you're a ringer. That's not fair. All right, well, what we're going to do, we're going to send you off to the side with Mike. Mike is one of our most veteran members. He's been doing this for 10, 12 years now. He's going to teach you some of the stuff we're going to be doing throughout this, and you're going to be putting together your own fight in that time to come back and show all these people. No pressure, except the eyes of however many people are staring at you right now. So head on off with Mike. And we have about 25 minutes. So you got a ton of time. Now,
that enthusiasm.
while we're doing that, we want to bring up another fight. Now, you've already seen 2 staff fights so far. So the staff, not that unusual. But what we want to do this time is run the fight a little slower than we normally would, so that you can see incorporating these strike zones, and you can see the unique style that the staff has to offer versus a single blade weapon, which is somewhere in the longsword range. It's a standard lightsaber.
Yeah, pretty much kendo, lightsaber. There's only so many ways to hold a stick.
So we're going to bring Jenna and Sharon on. They're going to run their fight, and like I said, they're going to slow it down so you can actually see the strikes. Then when we come back up, we'll get into audience participation number 3. All right. So, if I can get this back in here. All right. So, you're probably saying, but I have no sword experience. I've never done this sort of thing before, and that's not unusual. We have some tricks that we're now going to show you as to how we are able to easily put together a fight, and it's the same thing you're going to see them using to put together a fight in 20 minutes. So, one of our former friends of the community has since gone on to other things, brought us in a combination system that's based on letters. Now, all of these letters correspond to a series of hits that are based in those strike zones. So,
I'm the dummy this time, aren't I?
you are the dummy, and then we're going to bring up a dummy to get at you, dummy.
Rack.
So, the first one is an A. What shape do you think, what do you think it looks like? An A. So, how do you form an A on the human body? It would be hip, hip, head, because it looks like an A. This is so easy, anyone can do it.
Even me?
Even you.
All right.
Oh, God. All right, go for it.
I did it.
You did it.
All right.
So now we need another dummy. I see Kylo Ren. No one is dumber than the man that killed Han Solo. It's not a spoiler, it's like 2 years old now. You don't need your helmet. You don't want to bring the helmet. Even though a lot of people say Kylo looks better with the helmet.
It's the ears.
We've already got a thing for you.
For the record, you'd kill your father if he was in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull too.
That is true. I would kill my father if he was in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Dad, if you're watching, not true.
What is this Crystal Skull you speak of? There's only 3 movies.
All right, so, dummy. So, it's going to be on your right side, his hip, on your left side, his hip, and then his head. All right? So, ready? Take a step forward, step in. You need to be in striking range. Hip, hip, head. Except now he gets revenge. So you're going to have to block it. Ready? So, hip. You want to come around on the outside to block. Just like that. Ready? We're going to try it again. He has an extra quarter.
All right.
So ready? Hip, hip, head. There you go.
Good.
So, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Kylo. Except Kylo, you're not done. You know what? Jenna, can you come here for a second? So, Kylo, you too are going to head off and work on something. We'll see you at the end of the show. All right. So the next letter we're going to do is a B. What letter do you think, what shape do you think a B has? If you said it's shaped like a B, unfortunately you're wrong. It's kind of shaped like a carrot. I have no idea.
It's an arrow that points towards the bottom.
But that doesn't start with B.
Bottom starts with B.
Fair enough. So, it is the A upside down. So shoulder, shoulder, groin. One more time. Shoulder, shoulder, groin. Now you have to do that. Ready?
Again?
Go. Shoulder, shoulder, groin. We need another volunteer. Dude, red sweatshirt, black hood. Yeah, you. I see you. Come on up here. Take out the headphones. Ladies and gentlemen, a hand for our victim. And actually, while we're at it, can we please get a hand for our ASL translator down here? She's been doing a heck of a job all day.
How you doing? What's your name?
Anthony.
Anthony. Nice to meet you, Anthony.
All right. Crossbar or regular? Okay. Russ, you're still the dummy. You have another saber. All right. No. All right, so remember, your right side to his shoulder, your left side his shoulder, and then his groin. Please don't enter the groin or his girlfriend will come back on stage and hurt you. It's the little one. She's fierce. All right, so ready? So, shoulder, shoulder, groin. One more time. Shoulder, shoulder, groin. Now, just like the last guy, you should be expecting this. Now he gets his revenge. Yep, just like that. Ready? Shoulder, shoulder, groin. One more time. Shoulder, shoulder, groin. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, our, fourth victim at this point?
Yeah, 4.
Except you're smart. You're not going anywhere. No. Sharon, if you're not doing anything, we have another victim for the slaughter. We'll need that back. She's got one for you over there. But if you head off, we will see you at the end of the show. All right. We're going to do one more letter really quick, and then we're going to move into something that can be done fast. So the last letter is a C, because it forms a cross. There is no religious connotation to this. It's just kind of a thing. So, shoulder, shoulder, head, groin. One more time. Shoulder, shoulder, head, groin. Faster. Shoulder, shoulder, head, groin. I guess I can give you a shot.
Just
Ready?
one?
Just one.
I'm fine.
Go.
Shoulder, shoulder, head, groin.
All right.
All right.
That's the C. Now, let's move on to something a little faster, because everyone seems to like the fast stuff. We also have some number combinations. Very quickly, there is the 5, which is, and the numbers are always mirrored. Whatever I'm doing, he's doing. So the 5 is I strike toward his shoulder, and he strikes toward mine. I strike toward his shoulder, he strikes toward mine. Shoulder. Then we both go down for a leg hit, and then back up for a shoulder. And they can be chained. Ready?
We're still going.
We were still going to go, but okay.
Okay.
Next, we also have a 6, which is kind of like a 5, a little flashier. So it's, I go for a shoulder, I go for a shoulder, I come back around, I go for his leg, I go for his other leg, and then we're back up top. Shoulder, shoulder. Ready?
I guess.
Those can be chained, those can go very quickly. Now, there's one other system that we like to incorporate that is actually a system that they will use in movies and in plays, which is a system developed by the American Society of Fight Directors, the SAFD. We have modified it just a little bit to make it easier to remember. Russ, do you want to be my victim, or should we bring up another dummy?
I don't know. I think she wants to be a dummy.
I'm thinking we need a dummy who can be a pincushion.
A pincushion dummy, okay.
John? Come on, John.
You know you like it.
Yeah, you can grab that. That's fine. No, you can grab it. It's totally fine. Not that these people want to hear you. No, see, it's off. It should be on. There it is.
Am I getting paid for this?
You're getting attention. That's a kind of payment. All right. So, the SAFD system is all based around your blocks. So, they're numbered 1 through 10. Very easy to remember. This is being live streamed. You can always watch it at home. Plug for the live stream. So ready? It's 1, you're going to block your left leg. 2, block your right leg. 3, block your right shoulder. 4, your left shoulder. 5 is your head with the point of your blade to your left. 6, you just flip it around. 7 is a shoulder block. 8 is the other shoulder. 9 is a block to your back. 10 is blocking a straight thrust to your abdomen or even your groin. So, very simple. I need some numbers. I see it. What? Give me a number. 5. I heard 5. I heard 2. I heard 7. I need one more. 16 is not a number in this combination.
So 1 and a 6.
So, wait, we had 5, 2, 7, and what? 8? Okay.
5, 2,
2, 7, 8.
Well, I'm attacking you. Okay. All right. Five, 2, 7, 8.
Yeah. Okay. Try that again.
5,
2, 7.
7.
That's an 8, John. That's a 7. You flipped them.
All right, so we went 5, 2, 8, 7, not 5,
So,
2, 7, 8.
Still works.
let's give you a more complicated number. Just because I like messing with you. Well, a number that I think most of the older people will know, 8675309.
I hate you, no?
What's the O?
Get back here, Beatstick. 8675309.
What's the O?
Go.
All right. 6.
That's a 5.
Start.
Do it again.
All right. 8. 6.
There you go.
7. 5. 3.
O.
I made it up.
You got one hit. There's still
9.
one more to go. Now, let's say we bring on another fight, because I think these people are tired of listening to us.
Yeah, nobody wants to listen to us talk forever.
All right, so up next, let's bring, oh crap. It's me. All right, Mel, it's time for you to get revenge to all the damage I've done to Russ. I needed that arm. There we go. Wow. Really? Your funeral? Okay. All right, let's work this out, shall we? Milkshakes?
Milkshakes sound delicious.
All right, milkshakes.
You're fine. You lost.
Fine. So you've seen us use these a lot. We want to switch it up a little bit.
In our last 10 minutes,
Yep.
yeah, we'll talk about,
This is pretty much it.
yeah.
All right. So, put your sabers down.
What are you going to do?
What do you think I'm going to do? So, if you don't have lightsabers, or swords, or rattan sticks, or boomsticks,
Or do you want the beat stick?
I can do the beat stick.
Come on, beat stick.
It's got to be good for something. Come on, come on. All right. Going to show you 3 quick basic hits. You're so good at getting hit.
Don't tell them that.
So the first, it's basically a straight punch. Now, to someone watching, it looks like I punch him right in the face. However, we're gonna angle that a little bit. I'm out here, high. When my hand comes in, I'm going right past his face and over his shoulder. He reacts to it, and it sells as a punch. One more time, ready?
Wait, huh?
The next thing you can do, you're not done. Not done. So is a classic right hook. In which case, it looks like I'm coming straight across, as opposed to my fist going straight out. This one ends up looking a little like you're shutting a door. You grab the door, you bring it across, and he reacts. Ready?
Wait, what?
You're good at this.
Wait, what?
John, you're just so good at getting hit.
That's not a good thing.
Well, but that's why we're going to show them the one last punch.
Oh, jeez.
See this everywhere. Standard punch to the gut. Now, there are a couple of ways that you can achieve this. Some people will tell you that you actually make very light contact and bounce off. A wise man once said that actors have a lot of stomach problems as it is, so you really don't want to hit them there. The easy way to do it is just to bring your fist into your hip and let him sell all the damage.
Yeah, that was lunch.
So,
All right, so in the last,
this brings us to the last big point, which is selling it.
make it look good.
Ready? It's all in John's reaction. Whether I punch him, whether I take his arm and twist it.
Okay.
Okay? Or whether it's just a headbutt. So, that said, I think you've done your job, Beatstick. Let's bring up some people
You good?
very quickly
Yeah, you good.
who
Clap
have
for the
been
beat stick.
who have been working on this sort of thing for the past 20 minutes.
So big hand for Crystal. Claudine.
All right, let's see what they got. Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for Crystal and Claudine. And now you're saying, where are the other two victims? Come on up, guys. Now, they had less time to work, so we just want to show you how easy it is to learn those combos. Ready? Go for it, guys. Kylo, what is it with stabbing people?
It's fun.
All right, so where's our last volunteer? Come on up. Right, ladies and gentlemen, volunteer number 4. Thank you, sir. All right, we just have a couple of minutes left, so we figure we'll go out on one more fight. Sound like a plan?
All right, so who's fighting?
Who really hasn't fought today?
I've been a dummy a couple of times.
Yeah, but you're not done yet. Remy? I think you need to actually make him earn his keep today.
Frack.
Have fun.
All right. No. Stand still. Oh, God. not nice. Not the face. Not the face. Not the face. Mine. Yours. God.
You did not just do that to my man. You and me, we're going round 2.
Stage combat. Many glorious deaths.
Am I on now? Okay. I'm going to talk into his ear because my mic's not working. I'm sorry if you go deaf.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are Rogue Alliance. You can find us at I'm back on. RogueAlliance.org. Facebook at Rogue Alliance NYC. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. We're on pretty much everything. Check us out. Drop us a line if you're interested. We hold workshops every Thursday. And hopefully we'll also get some instructional videos up soon. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. You've been great.